I'm David Vicknair with Scott Vicknair Law Firm, and today we're going to talk about the 3 elements critical for a slip and fall case. 1, you have to prove notice. 2, you have to prove that a defect is unreasonably dangerous. And 3, you have to prove that it was not open and obvious. 1, notice you have to prove that a merchant or a vendor had notice of a potential defect on their premises. This type of notice could be established through surveillance video or through witnesses. The other element that you have to prove in a slip and fall case is that a defect was an unreasonably dangerous condition. This means that the condition itself was unreasonably dangerous. That would mean something along the lines of, for example, if there's a slight differential in slip up in a step, if there's a 1/4 difference when you step up in a particular gas station, that is not probably going to be what the law would consider an unreasonably dangerous condition. However, a different example would be if there is a sheen of water which no one could see and you slipped and fell on, that is most likely going to be considered an unreasonably dangerous condition. The third element that's critical for you to prove liability on behalf of a merchant under Louisiana law in a slip and fall case is that the condition was not open and obvious to all. All being the key component here, as the Louisiana Supreme Court has explained. The condition has to be open and obvious to all who have encountered it. So that means that it could be open and obvious to you, but not to me. And in that circumstance, your case could be maintained if you can establish that it is not open and obvious. Those 3 elements, notice, unreasonably dangerous, and not open and obvious, are critical elements, and you have to prove all 3 of them to establish liability on behalf of a merchant and vendor under Louisiana law. Having a competent attorney who understands those elements, understands how to prove them, and understands immediately when your case happens what your law firm needs to do to send notices to a particular business or company to preserve any evidence they have, such as surveillance video, is critical to have on your team if you're involved in a slip and fall incident. And our team of injury attorneys here at Scott Vicknair Law Firm are always focused on these 3 elements when a slip and fall case comes in so that we can fight for the win for each particular client when they come in with a case to our firm.
Scott Vicknair Injury Attorneys, we fight for the win.